Hey there, welcome to the channel. My name is Becky and today we are going to talk about art supplies to buy for your artist friends and family. First off, I am going to highly recommend that if your artist has a wish list, to use that and buy from there. If they don't have a wish list or you don't want to buy from them wish list, I highly recommend buying a gift card and letting them go on a little art shopping spree, because I guarantee you, telling an artist that they get to go on a little art shopping spree, it's going to put a smile on their face and it's going to make their day. We're going to start off pretty small, but with something that I really enjoy using, and that is the Tombow Fudenosuke brush pens. These guys are fantastic. I've heard a lot of artists talk about them, and they are a brush pen, but the nib is actually kind of like a plastic nib, and it is flexible and it allows you to get a lot of line weight variety, and it is much more controllable for me than a classic brush pen, which has like the bristles. So I really enjoy these, and I have been using these for a couple of years, and like I said, this one's running out, so I bought myself this pack of 3. Next is a little bit larger of an item, but not terribly expensive, is a cute dot grid journal or bullet journal. You can see that the pages here have just a dot grid on them. I really like these because, number one, I am an occasional bullet journaler, so every now and then, especially when I'm feeling extra overwhelmed with the world, with life, I do break one of these out and start bullet journaling so that I can kind of keep track of tasks that I have to do. But additionally, I like having this one in the art room because I can keep notes in here. I can keep ideas of pieces that I want to do, that sort of thing. So this is just kind of my art journal. I haven't drawn anything in here, but it wouldn't be terribly annoying to draw in here because the dot grid is not going to get in the way as much as like a lined paper. So something like this is really nice, and they're not terribly expensive, and there are a lot of really cute ones, and you can pick these up all over the place, Michaels and Staples and places like that. So these are really nice to have around. Next up is washi tape. Cute washi tape is a must. Especially if you are doing any sort of watercolor or gouache painting. They put the washi tape around the outside in order to give those nice clean, crisp edges, and we use it up very quickly. I love getting washi tape. I love cute washi tape, and they have in different widths. So like this is a thicker, and then I've got like this thinner width, and then there's medium widths. So just kind of look around, and if you know what style of things they like, you can find washi tape in all kinds of different styles, all kinds of different designs. It's really pretty to look at, and it's fun to use. I also recommend buying just some fun office supplies, some pretty office supplies. One of the things I bought myself a while ago was this pretty set of binder clips. They are this beautiful rose gold, and I bought these because sometimes when I'm working in a sketchbook or something like that, I just need to clip the pages down so that they don't flip over and be annoying, and having pretty ones is just fun to look at. So pretty office supplies, whether it's binder clips or paper clips or just some pretty pens, absolutely yes, buy those. And last but not least is stickers. Artists love stickers. We love to support other artists by buying little stickers, and they're a fairly inexpensive way of supporting another artist. Okay, so now we're going to move up out of the stocking stuffers and talk a little bit about some of those mid-price things. And I'm going to start off by talking about some storage solutions. I know these aren't exactly art supplies, but when your artist starts to get more and more art supplies, they're going to need a way to store all of that and keep it all organized. I happen to have these. These are Sterilite 3 drawer systems, and they work great for storing pens and things like that. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 of these in my art room, and they are almost all full. And I have a couple more upstairs in the workshop as well, and those are full as well. They're fantastic for storing a large variety of things and keeping it all organized and in place. Next, if your artist is like me and has way more washi tape, then they really need this 3-drawer washi tape organizer. Is delightful. It's very pretty. The see-through plastic is nice because then you can see all your washi tape very easily, and the drawers come out very nicely and have 3 rows of storage for the washi tape. Next, I highly recommend these plastic storage bins from IKEA. These are called Kuggis, Kuggis. Let me go ahead and put that up there. They come with the bin and the lid, and the nice thing is that they are stackable, so I can stack a second one on top very easily, and the 2 of these together will fit in my drawer really nicely, and plenty of room. And I use it, like I said, to store paints. But they're great for storing all kinds of things and keeps it nice and organized and out of the way. Last but certainly not least is another 3-drawer storage unit that I did purchase at Target. This guy is a big boy, so I'm going to pick it up here. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's clear plastic and it's really deep. It's got 3 different drawers in here, and they slide out really nicely and can hold a lot of stuff. These are all of my gel pens. I have probably a good couple hundred in here because I've had a couple of different gel pen sets and I haven't used them up. So this is really nice. I love this storage unit. It's, like I said, it's pretty big, but it does store an awful lot and allows me to put a lot of stuff in a very small and organized space. Next up, I'm going to talk a little bit about just different painting supplies. And these are things that you should really see if your artist has and or needs before buying them, because they're starting to get a little bit pricier, and these are things that the artist really only needs like 1 or 2 of at the most. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is this paint puck. I love this thing. It is silicone, and I've talked about this before, I think, but it's got these little rubber nubby bits on the bottom, and it's got a plastic sleeve here that kind of slides in there, and then this top that allows you to put your brushes, so you can stick your brushes in here to allow them to dry, either pointing up or pointing down. And it also has some spots on here to allow you to kind of wipe some of the water off your brush, as well as some spots in here to kind of, again, give you a place to hold your brush. This is fantastic for working with watercolor or gouache. I've also used it with acrylic. When I'm done painting with a color, I just put my brush in there and swish it around, and it rubs on those little rubber nubby bits on the bottom and cleans the brush beautifully. And I don't need to use a whole lot of the soap that I showed earlier for cleaning off my brush, because this does a great job of it. You do have to wash this every now and then. It will get stuff stuck on there, but all of this will come off pretty easily with some soap and water. I just haven't washed this one in a little while. Next, I'm going to talk about palettes a little bit. So I do have a Sta-wet palette. I haven't used this a whole lot, but I have heard a lot of people say really good things about these. I just don't do a lot of acrylic painting, and when I do gouache painting, I'm often using my jelly gouaches, so I don't need it. But these do work really well. I did actually put a second palette in here and just kind of like, I wetted, there's a little sponge that goes in here, and typically there's paper that you put over top, and the paper will keep the paint wet. The sponge will keep the paper wet. And the lid fits on nice and tightly, and so the paint stays nice and moist. Anyway, I put a second palette, just slid it in here and put the top on, and it didn't snap down all the way. But even not snapped closed all the way, the humidity in there kept the paint nice and moist. So if you have a painter in your life and they do not have a Sta-wet palette, I would recommend buying one for them because they are actually really nice to use. Next, I've seen a lot of people have these, and these are butcher tins. So these were originally used by butchers, which is why they're called butcher tins, and they would put the meat in here. This is actually was a butcher tin. In its previous life, my husband's grandmother had this, and when she passed away, I saw this and needed it for myself for a paint palette. They work really nice. It is metal, and I've got a whole bunch of acrylic in here. I need to clean it off, but they work really great because they're nice and big and gives you a lot of mixing room. And the nice thing is they don't really stain. So these are nice. Also, a nice little ceramic palette. They're super cute and they work fantastic for gouache or watercolor. They've got fairly deep wells. They would also work well for inks. Got fairly deep wells, and again, don't stain very much, if at all. And so you can buy these online in a lot of different places. There are a number of places that make custom ceramic palettes that I've seen, and they're super cute. I want to buy myself one of these days, but I haven't yet. You can also buy some rather inexpensive plastic palettes from Michael's or Joann's or your local art supply store. You can also buy them at the dollar store, and they work great, but the plastic does stain. If that matters to you or your artist, just so you know, but they are really useful to have around, and I do have a number of those lying around as well. I am going to talk a little bit about sketchbooks, though I'm not going to give a sketchbook recommendation. Knowing what sort of artist your artist is really important in selecting a sketchbook, and knowing whether they like a really white paper or an off-white paper, or if they want like a toned tan or something like that. Those are all really important pieces to take into consideration when purchasing a sketchbook. So unless you know what they like, I would really steer away from buying a sketchbook for them. Because likely you'll get them something that seems nice, but they might not like it. All right, I'm going to wrap up with just a couple more ideas here. If you know that your artist likes a certain other artist or a certain style of art, buy them some art in that style or from that artist, because we love art, whether it's ours or other people's. We want to have it in our lives and display it either in our art studios or in our homes. So definitely buy them art, or buy them art books by their favorite artists. They are so much fun to look through. It may seem like kind of a lame gift, but believe me, as an artist, they are wonderful to get because it's so inspiring to look through and see these wonderful art from all of the different artists out there. Also, there are a lot of art advent calendars, and those can be a lot of fun as well. Arteza comes out with one every year, and they are just fun to open up. It's like all these fun little surprise gifts, and they're little gifts, and just it's a lot of fun to just get a bunch of different art supplies. Whether it ends up being things that really work together or not, it doesn't matter. It's just a lot of fun to open them up and get them. So those advent calendars are really nice. Anyway, this was a very long chatty video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope there was something in here that helped you out, either something that you as an artist want to get for yourself, or you as someone buying something for your artist found useful. I hope you guys had a great time watching this. If you have any other art supplies that you think artists would love, please leave them in the comments below. I would be interested in seeing them. Maybe I'll buy them for myself. Anyway, I will see you all next week and have a great week. Bye.